David Moyes won back-to-back games as returning to manage Everton Football Club, including his first away game of the season as the Toffees went to the Amex and beat Brighton and Hove Albion by a single goal. Iliman and Jai's first half penalty was enough to give the Toffees another 3 points and move them away from that relegation zone. This is what the manager had to say after the game.
Absolutely delighted. It was a bit of a rearguard action for long periods, but one what they've done really, really well. You know, getting points in our position is the most important thing. And the players fought unbelievably hard to get through, having to finish probably played 15-20 minutes with 10 men. So I think you have to give them incredible praise for how they performed today. I agree. I think they had, I'm getting told they had one shot on target, but that's not doing Brighton a disservice, because Brighton are a really good side and play well and really good football. I think there was probably a bit more credit in how well we defended, balls in the box, round the box, the goalkeeper. We defended the corners in the main really well, when we were under pressure. So again, just big credit to the players for their performance. And look, it's the first back-to-back win I think we've had all season. We're in a position which we need to get points, whereas Brighton, I think, are just off, was it 3 wins in a row and 9 unbeaten? So to come to Brighton today and get a result is...
I don't know why it was classed as a controversial penalty. It was handball by Veltman. It was 100% handball. Was there a little bit of contact on him first? Well, he's got to be a little bit stronger. They asked David Moyes in the press conference whether he thought it was a penalty or not. This is what the manager had to say.
Well, I've got to say, I don't like being... I actually think it's a definite penalty. I think he used his hand, and I can understand maybe they think there was pressure from Beto, but Beto's job's to get pressure. The defender's job's to find a way of clearing the ball or releasing it. If he'd knocked out for a corner earlier, maybe he wouldn't have the problem. But it definitely hits his arm. So my feeling was it was a penalty.
There you go. Manager's right. It was a 100% penalty. We scored it. We won the game. We move on. I suppose the real negative side of Saturday's victory was the double injury to Dominic Calvert-Lewin and midfielder Orel Mangala. The manager was asked for an update on both of those players after the game. This was his response.
They don't look great, either of them, but the medical team have told me to let you know that they'll get assessed first and then we'll make a decision. But I think that they're not the best, either of them, at the moment.
Still waiting for confirmation on both of those players. As the manager said there, they didn't look like good injuries, if there is ever such a thing as a good injury. They look bad ones. Like I say, we haven't had anything to inform us of what the expected outcomes of those two are. But David Moyes was asked whether or not those injuries would now have to sharpen Everton's mind in the transfer window. There is a week to go. This is what the manager said.
I think it does, yeah. I feel as if that, it depending on what comes back from their assessments, I'll decide a little bit more to whether we're having to go and do something which we may have to do on what we've seen.
As he said there, it might sharpen Everton's transfer approach in this window. There is a week to go, and the links have come thick and fast today. Angelo Pricado from Sparta Prague, who is a player who can play right side of midfield or right back. He's 26 years of age. Everton apparently interested in taking him for around £5 million. The Blues have apparently watched them on a few occasions. We know we want a wide player. Is he the answer? Who knows? Evan Ferguson, his name's popped up again. It seems that Brighton are prepared to let him go out on loan for the rest of the season. I mean, I've seen a couple of reports that have said they might even let him go permanently for around £40 million. Don't know how accurate that is. But he would be one who I think Everton should be looking at. Whether they could get him, I don't know, but he should be one Everton should be looking at. Should they be able to sort out Armando Broja situation? Think that will be solved in the next day or so, or next couple of days. And Evan Ferguson will attract interest from Everton. He is attracting interest from other clubs as well. Highly rated, although he has been injured of late. He is apparently close to returning. And Dom's injury obviously sharpens the need for that one, but he is certainly a player. It must be in the running for Everton if they're looking for a striker. But another striker whose name has been mentioned a couple of times this season already, is Hamza Igmane at Rangers. The 22-year-old has scored 13 times in 27 games for Rangers and is available for around €15 million. Apparently, Everton have watched him on a number of occasions. So he could be one who comes into David Moyes' thinking in this final week of the transfer window. Another couple of links. We don't know how strong these are. We're merely reporting them. Danilo Barbosa, who is a Botafogo midfield player. He's 28 years of age and he is available for around £2 million. That's one that has done the rounds in the last couple of days. And Marcelino Nunes, who plays for Norwich City in the Championship. He is a 24-year-old Chilean international. He's available for around £7.5 million. Apparently, Everton have had links with him ongoing this season. He has played 20 times for Norwich City and scored 4 goals. There you go. I'm sure there's going to be lots more links as we go through the final week of the transfer window. Everton, I do think, need to bring in 2 or 3 at least. I mean, it was 2 without the double injury, wasn't it, the weekend? So we need to bring 2 in just to get back to the numbers if those injuries are bad. So it's going to be an interesting 7 days for the Toffees in the transfer window. That is it from me. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And if you want to become a Toffee TV Premier member, the link's in the description. QR code's on the screen now. See you later.